Did you know that 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? Shocking, right? But here's the kicker: only 41% of us actually use a budget. If you're tired of financial stress and you're ready to take control of your money, well, stick around because I'm about to reveal the secret weapon of financial success: budget forecasting. So, how about we take a look into the world of budget forecasting? Since it's your ticket to financial freedom. It's not just about tracking expenses, it's about predicting your financial future. In today's unpredictable economy, mastering this skill could be the difference between struggling and thriving. That's why today I'll take you to how to create a budget forecast. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the ThriveWise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Now, let's get real for a second. Creating and sticking to a budget isn't a walk in the park. If it were, we'd all be financial wizards, right? So, what's holding us back? First off, there's the dreaded O word: overspending. It's like a sneaky little gremlin, nibbling away at our bank accounts when we're not looking. Maybe it's those impulse buys, or the treat yourself mentality that's gone a bit too far. Then, there's the planning problem. Let's face it, most of us aren't exactly thrilled about sitting down with spreadsheets and calculators. It feels like homework, and who wants more of that? And don't even get me started on unexpected expenses. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, bam! Your car breaks down or your roof starts leaking. It's enough to make you want to throw in the towel. But here's the thing: these challenges aren't insurmountable. They're just speed bumps on the road to financial success. And that's where budget forecasting comes in. It's not just about knowing where your money is going. It's about predicting where it will go and preparing for those curveballs life throws at you. So without further ado, let's dive into the juicy stuff. How to create a budget forecast that's more accurate than your weather app and more exciting than watching paint dry. Trust me that by the end of this, you'll be the Nostradamus of your personal finances. So let's start off with step number 1. Assess your income. First things first, we need to know how much moolah is actually coming in. This isn't just about your salary. We're talking all sources of income: side hustles, investments, that $20 bill you found in your old jeans. It all counts. Also, here's a pro tip: if your income is as irregular as a teenager's sleep schedule, don't panic. Take an average of the last 6 to 12 months, and this will give you a more realistic picture than just looking at last month when you went on a ramen noodle diet to save cash. Step number 2 is to track your expenses. Now, time to channel your inner Sherlock Holmes and track those expenses. And I mean all of them. That coffee you grab every morning, track it. The subscription to that streaming service you forgot you had, track it. The lint roller you bought for your cat because apparently they need those now, you guessed it, track it. Use apps, spreadsheets, or good old pen and paper, whatever floats your boat. The key is to be as thorough as a CSI team at a crime scene. No expense is too small to note. Also, here's a fun fact: the average American spends around $1,500 per year on impulse purchases. That's a lot of lint rollers for cats. Step number 3. Categorize your expenses. Now that you've got all of your expenses laid out, it's time to sort them. Think of it like sorting a giant bag of M&Ms by color. Except instead of colors, we're using categories like housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and things I probably didn't need but bought anyway. This step is crucial because it helps you see where your money is really going. You might be surprised because maybe you're spending more on takeout than you are on groceries. Or perhaps your miscellaneous category is bigger than your rent. No judgment here, but knowledge is power. Step number 4. Set financial goals. Time to put on your visionary hat. Where do you want to be financially in 6 months? How about a year? How about 5 years? Maybe you want to save for a down payment on a house, pay off your student loans, or finally take that trip to Bali. Whatever it is, write it down. But here's the kicker. Make sure your goals are SMART, which means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Save more money is not a SMART goal. Save $5,000 for a down payment on a house in 18 months? Now that's SMART. Remember that your goals should be like a good pair of jeans. Ambitious enough to make you look good, but not so tight that you can't breathe. Step number 5. Create your forecast. Now comes the fun part, predicting the future. Based on your income, expenses, and goals, create a month-by-month forecast for the next 6 to 12 months. Start with your fixed expenses. These are like the bones of your budget. Then add in your variable expenses. Be realistic here. If you know you spend more during the holidays or splurge on your birthday, factor that in. Don't forget to include savings towards your goals. Treat these like any other expense. They are non-negotiable. And here's a pro tip. Use the 50-30-20 rule as a guideline. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's like the golden ratio, but for your wallet. Step number 6. Plan for the unexpected. Remember how life likes to throw curveballs? Well, we're going to catch them before they even hit us in the face. Set aside some money each month for an emergency fund. Think of it as your financial umbrella. You might not need it every day, but when it rains, you'll be glad you have it. Aim to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It might seem like a lot, but start small. Even $50 a month adds up over time. Step number 7. Review and adjust. Your budget forecast isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. It's more like a living, breathing entity that needs regular checkups. Set a monthly date with your budget. Yes, I'm suggesting you to date your budget. It might not be romantic, but it will be rewarding. Review how your actual spending compares to your forecast. Did you overspend in some areas? Underspend in others? Use this information to adjust your forecast for the coming months. Maybe you need to allocate more for groceries and less for entertainment. Or perhaps you got a raise and can increase your savings. Remember that the goal isn't to predict the future perfectly. If you could do that, you'd be making billions on Wall Street. The goal is to have a realistic guide that helps you make informed decisions. And finally, step number 8. Celebrate your wins. Last but not least, don't forget to celebrate your financial wins, no matter how small. Stuck to your budget for a month? Treat yourself within reason, of course. Reached a savings goal? Do a happy dance. Paid off the debt? Shout it from the rooftops. Creating and sticking to a budget forecast isn't always easy, but it's incredibly rewarding. It's like going to the gym for your finances. It might be tough at first, but you'll love the results. But if that's not enough for you, how about I give you the golden nugget, the secret sauce, the Excalibur of budget forecasting? Are you ready? It's actually all about the power of visualization and consistent micro adjustments. Picture this. You're not just crunching numbers. You're painting a vivid picture of your financial future. Use charts, graphs, or even a vision board. Make your budget forecast come alive. But here's the kicker. Don't just set it and forget it. The magic happens in the micro adjustments. Think of your budget like a GPS. If you veer off course, it doesn't yell game over. It simply recalculates and gets you back on track. Every week, take 5 minutes to check in. Are you on target? If not, make a small tweak. Maybe skip one takeout meal or find a cheaper alternative for your daily latte. These tiny changes compound over time, creating a massive impact. All you need to remember is that budget forecasting isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's not about restriction, it's about redirection. By visualizing your goals and consistently making small adjustments, you're not just predicting your financial future, you're actively creating it. This is your financial GPS, your money roadmap, your ticket to financial freedom, so use it wisely. From assessing income to embracing technology, all you need to keep in mind is that a budget forecast isn't a crystal ball, but a powerful tool for financial stability. It's about understanding your money, setting goals, and making informed decisions. With these tips, you're well on your way to financial success. Also, what's the craziest thing you've ever done to save money? Share your story in the comments. The wilder, the better. Who knows? Your penny pitching adventure might just inspire someone else's financial journey. And well, that's basically how to create a budget forecast. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And hey, it seems that YouTube thinks that the next video can completely transform your financial situation. Watch it to find out whether they're correct. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.